What is going on to you Pisces out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. Look, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to be able to financially support the show, so I can most definitely keep the channel going. Yeah, and make sure to smash that like button, okay? Make sure to smash that like button. Very important. And leave a comment if you could. But anyway, for you Pisces, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and you have the Seven of Cups here. So the Six of Pentacles is about, so these three cards right here is all about the hypocrisy, right? Of you Pisces being expected to cover other people's bills and pay for stuff and actually have a person's back and be interested in them, while it is that those people unfortunately try to make you wait. So you're waiting, right? And doing everything that you're supposed to be doing while it is that you're in relationships. And yet people who don't have half of the decency and the capabilities that you have get to where it is that you want to go without practically doing anything or without anything at all. And a lot of you Pisces are seeing how lame it is that this is what it is that a lot of people want to call a relationship. And you're right, it is lame, because that's not what relationships are supposed to be about. Things are so warped nowadays, how, I almost said the word, how backwards a lot of things are. You know, it's basically like doing a handstand, but then people are trying to convince you that they're walking. You know what I mean? They're using their legs to walk. And it's like, no, they're using their hands to walk instead of their legs. Their legs are up in the air. You know, their hands are on the ground. And it's just warped. And you Pisces see how warped a lot of the dating pool is. This is the reason why I see that a lot of you Pisces are not putting up with it. The Seven of Cups represents just what it is I was talking about. How a person can have 1,000,001 other people that they may be talking to. 1,000,001 other people that they're talking to, right? But then here you Pisces are, you're the ones, right? Nine of Swords. You are the ones, right, that have the headache because of the fact that you are expected to do the work, put in the work, do the job, handle your business, right, as far as everything when it comes to you, right, taking care of yourselves, right, making sure that you know, your appearance is good, your health is good, all of that type of stuff. And at the same time, while people look at you like you're a come up to them. So now you're in a situation where you Pisces are expected to cover the money for them, do things, right? You're supposed to do all the planning and all this other type of crap and doing this, and doing that, and doing the other. And yet you Pisces are the ones that are actually the ones that have the value, the ones that if you would be in a relationship, it would be something long term, while other people get a chance to just say and do whatever. And I see that a lot of you Pisces are really kind of going against the grain now. I see a lot of you Pisces are becoming more of yourselves. And we'll get into it, because you have the Star card and the Eight of Pentacles. You Pisces want someone to actually contribute. The Star card can represent your deepest desires, right? Your highest desires, what it is that you reach for, right? And when I say reach in this case, I'm not necessarily talking about it in an insulting way where it's like, oh, you reaching for straws, or you basically don't really have anything. But what I'm trying to say is that you Pisces are striving to have a relationship that legitimately is about you getting your comeuppance. You Pisces have earned, the ones who have their mind and their heart in the correct place, you Pisces have earned a fair chance. People, you know, should take you seriously. People should legitimately want to be in relationships with you. Like it is, I said before, you know, I've heard so many times in myself where a lot of people talk a lot about Pisces and how terrible Pisces can be. But once again, I mean, every zodiac sign, and I truly mean this, every zodiac sign has their own idiosyncrasies, the things about them, including Virgo, that I don't particularly like as an astrologer. But at the same time, do I hold it against them for being whatever zodiac sign and acting like whatever zodiac sign? No. There was a point in time where the only zodiac signs that I did like was Virgo, Taurus, Aries, and maybe that was it. The others, right? The other what, 8? I was getting into beefs with so much. Oh, and Capricorn, right? The other 7 I was getting into beefs with. I was literally clashing with the other zodiac signs. And I would be trying to figure out, well, why am I clashing with all of these zodiac signs when I want to like them? And I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's a spiritual thing. I really can't tell you, but like my relationships with them just became better over, and I don't know how. It's probably, to be honest with you, it's probably the people, the specific individuals, because the new batch of the zodiac signs that came in, I was able to actually work well with them. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is a lot of you Pisces have a very good understanding in the sense that you should not allow yourselves to ever think that you should just sit there and accept someone being a jerk to you. To put it plainly, the 8 of Pentacles, it's okay for you it's healthy for you Pisces to want someone to actually give back wealth, right? Give back wealth, give you some form of reason to actually exist in the relationship and stay there, and not just expect you to just be okay with pure garbage. And then the 4 of Swords and the High Priestess just represents how, as of right now, you're not necessarily getting any of that. But I do see that there's some changes that's going on with a lot of you Pisces. Some profound changes, right? Very powerful changes. And one of those things is the 4 of Swords. That old part of you is finished, in a sense that a lot of you Pisces are learning to be selfish, the healthy way, right? You're learning to take care of yourselves. You're learning that, yes, everyone can be forgiven, right? Because you don't necessarily want to hold on to a grudge to the point where it stops you from really progressing. But at the same time, a lot of you Pisces are learning to learn from your mistakes. You're learning to be more selfish in a correct manner, not self-centered, but learning how to take care of yourself. So a lot of you Pisces are not putting up with the nonsense about people trying to obligate you anymore. The High Priestess, you will ghost them. If you find that they're too crazy, if you find that these are people that are just too sadistic or caught up with their own dysfunction and their own ideologies, these delusions of grandeur that a lot of people tend to have. A lot of you Pisces will leave them alone. A lot of you Pisces will ultimately decide, you know what, you're just gonna respectfully bow on out. And a lot of you are very much so, you're gonna shake up. I'm not even gonna lie. Right now, you're gonna shake up a lot of people to the core, Pisces, because the situation for you Pisces is that now that you have taken on this brand new outlook, this brand new perception, a lot of people see, here's the thing, right? 4 of Pentacles, learning how to, the 4 of Pentacles represents how it is that I'll go ahead and read that afterwards. But the 4 of Pentacles represents how it is that you Pisces is about how you ultimately are really in a situation where to reiterate it, you're really doing good. You're really doing well for yourself. You're really you're really so you're good. You're actually doing what it is that you need to do. And what I mean when I say that is this is something that you Pisces should have ultimately been doing for years. A lot more people, because see, and the reason why I'm saying that is because honestly, it's all fun and games when you have individuals in the dating pool messing up the integrity of dating, right? I'm trying to, choose my words wisely so that I can make a very powerful message for y'all to be able to get the point, right? So when a person who is dysfunctional is in the dating pool going around messing it up, a lot of you Pisces very much so are in a situation where you would accept it, right? And they play on the acceptance and the compassion of other people. But now that you Pisces are like, look, you're going to be able to do your own thing, and you're not the savior of other people, nor are you trying to be other people's saviors. That really puts you in a better perspective, because it now when and to be quite honest with you, I think everybody should be like this. Obviously, I know that that's not going to happen, nor should it happen, right? But I'm saying that to be more realistic, I think, right, in particular, my perspective, personally, me, more people should have this, because now that you have this mentality, now it's all fun and games until you Pisces actually decide to get serious. And what I mean when I say that is from the perspective of how you Pisces are like, look, you're not saving people. You're not looking to, take nonsense and stress and dysfunctions. Like, I'm a Pisces ascendant myself, and I know from doing this how it is that, from reading and stuff like this, how it is that, in the past, in the not so distant past, in the distant past, a few years ago, all the way up to a few weeks ago, how difficult and how crazy things can be, where it seems like every single day somebody's upset at you. Somebody's reaching out to you to tell you how upset they are at you because they can't get to a spiritual point where they let go of their dysfunction. They have to pull and drag and take their dysfunction with them. And I see that a lot of you Pisces are not going for that. And now that you Pisces are not going for that, that puts you in a very particular situation where now you Pisces are showing people how serious you are, but it puts you are applying pressure. You put more pressure onto the nonsense. And what I mean by that is people have to come to you correctly now. You're not making a statement, everybody hears you roar. That's not what it is. But you are making a statement in the sense that you Pisces are whoever is coming to you with that, you're not going to tolerate that. And it's not, it's not about you having a chip on your shoulder. The Two of Swords, you will defend yourself if people start showing up with this nonsense, You have a right to defend yourself. This is not some sort of a privilege, something that can be taken away. You Pisces have a right to defend yourself. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is about you Pisces having to understand that you have to understand that not everybody that you entertain and trying to get to know is going to see things from a greater perspective. You got a lot of idiots out here. You got a lot of people who they're they're not the brightest bulbs on the tree, nor are they the sharpest knives in the drawer. And what I mean by that is, like, they're not bright. A lot of the zodiac signs will kind of wonder a little bit what I mean by that, right? Because I don't really get into too much detail. And I do, but I don't really specifically talk about it. I mean it from the perspective of, like, they don't see the bigger picture. They don't understand that they're wasting their own time trying to blame you for everything and trying to take out their own dysfunctions on you, because they're going to continue to do that up until they find someone that is even in a worse position or a position like them, because that's who those types of people will actually treat well, quote unquote, is people who are down and out in life, who are dysfunctional, who are broken spiritually, mentally, physically. That's why it is that I say that birds of a feather flock together. This is the reason why it is that I say that people don't understand what that whole idiom of, or the adage of, you are what it is that you are attracting means. That's not the reality of the situation. Show and prove, because people can tell you, Pisces, all the time that water seeks its own level, all of this other type of stuff. But then you can't get along with those individuals, right? Like you interact with them and you can't get along with them. And not only can you not get along with them, they isolate you. They tell you to get out of here. So it's like, how in the world can the two of you, how can the two of you be like two peas in a pod, right? If water is seeking its own level, you're down here, right? And the reason why you're down here is because there's something about you that's broken that you need to fix, right? And we all have things that we need to fix, but you're broken according to people who are trying to delude you, right? But then when you give it a try and you go, okay, I'm gonna speak to everybody from top down to top, and you can't get along with people who are on the bottom. They're isolating you. They're kicking you out of the group. They don't want to talk to you. They treat you like garbage. So guess what happened? They show you how much of an outcast you are and that they don't want you around. They may even tell you that they don't want you around. So you go ahead and you say, okay, fine. But you can make connections. That's the catch-22 about it. You can make connections. But the problem is that the connections that you make are not the ideal connections. This is what the star card also is talking about. It's not the ideal connections, right? So this is what I mean when I say that whole adage of, oh, well, you are what it is that you're attracting. It's like, no, I'm not. No, you're not. Because if you was attracting something, right, a dysfunctional person, why don't the two of you get along? See, this is what I'm saying. That like, and what I mean by that is like how gangster people can hang around and be cool with other gangsters or thugs for years, right? Right? Potheads can hang out with other potheads for years, right? Have fights, has confrontations or conflict with one another, reconciliate, hang out with them. But then when you go hang out with the said bums, so many people are trying to delude you, right? Talking about how you Pisces, or implying that, water is seeking its own level. How come the two of you never have anything to talk about? The person doesn't want to spend time with you. The person is talking about how you're doing, every time you try to apply pressure to hang out with them, talk to them, kick it with them, start something with them, because you're down here and water is seeking its own level. Anybody that's down here or lower, you have nothing in common with. And these people cannot for the life of you be in your life, even when you're trying to keep them. How do I know? Because I tried that. This is how it is that I don't listen to when people tell me that nonsense about, oh, well, you are what it is that you attract. And it's like, these people, listen, they learned some new stuff last month. They learned some new stuff last week. They think that they're being spiritual. They don't even understand what it is that they're talking about, because you can tell that they don't know what they're talking about, because they're using that whole adage as some sort of way to delude people, when if they're going to call themselves giving advice and people, they want people to listen to them, they should be using their words to bring wisdom and knowledge into the situation so that other people can learn how to fish, and not just trying to cover up their own ego because of their own shortcomings and insecurities. This is the goofy stuff. This is the goofy stuff. I'm getting all kind of notifications. So let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and then you have the Ace of Wands. So this is exactly what it is that I'm talking about. For you Pisces, this is about how you Pisces ultimately are really putting your best foot forward. Something that you need to do for you. Other people may not like it, but the people who don't like it are individuals that are on a very low downstairs level anyway to begin with. The Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups represents you Pisces are striving for better quality people spiritually. The way they relate to other people, clean, better, without having to be stressed all the time because somebody likes to play mind games and do a bunch of stupid stuff where it is that they making themselves look like a jerk off all day long. And then the thing is that the Ace of Wands represents bringing discipline and structure into your life. So a lot of you Pisces very much so are on the right track. You're actually putting your foot down, and you are letting other people beware with your words and your actions that you're not going to take this stuff anymore.